Under the awakening sun, the field stretches into a canvas of serenity, where Cain and Abel begin their day. Cain, a robust figure, scans the landscape with a look of resolve. Abel, gentle and watchful, oversees his flock. The sheep graze peacefully under his care. His presence is a comforting reassurance to the flock. Under the open sky, Cain kneels before the altar, his offering of crops laid bare. The fruits and vegetables appear uninspired and lackluster. Nearby, Abel stands tall, presenting the finest lambs from his flock, their fat portions gleaming in the sunlight. The contrast is stark, a silent testament to their differing efforts. In the sun-baked fields, a young Cain battles the earth, his face a mask of frustration and suppressed fury. A stark contrast unfolds as Abel serenely tends his flock in a lush pasture, his movements gentle and at peace. Cain wrestles with the unyielding soil, his body contorted with strain, each movement a burst of bottled rage. Abel moves with effortless grace, embodying contentment as he guides his sheep through the tranquil landscape. Resentment festers, a dark cloud enveloping Cain's mind as the images intensify, fueling his growing rage. Cain's face fills the frame, a mask of simmering rage as the truth dawns. His jaw tightens, a visible struggle against the rising tide of fury. The darkness in his eyes deepens, reflecting the bitter sting of rejection. His expression is one of disbelief, turning to anger. Cain's fury threatens to consume him. On the eerie silence descends, enveloping a vast, empty expanse. Ethereal shadows dance in the dim light, hinting at an unseen presence. A voice echoes through the emptiness. "Why are you so angry? Why do you look so dejected?" The disembodied voice continues. "You will be accepted if you do what is right." The tone darkens. "But if you refuse to do what is right, then watch out. Sin is crouching at the door." The voice concludes with a final command. "But you must subdue it and be its master." Deep within Cain's mind, a sinister figure lurks in shadow, embodying the weight of sin. Cain battles the darkness, his face a mask of strained effort. The oppressive presence tightens its grip, threatening to consume him. A surge of anger courses through Cain, a tempest threatening to break free. The shadowy figure watches intently as Cain's inner turmoil intensifies. Cain's anger rises, ready to shatter the fragile barriers within his mind. Under a sky pregnant with unspoken dread, Cain guides Abel into the heart of the field. His forced casualness is a thin veil over the turmoil brewing within. Abel follows, unaware of the impending darkness that clings to the air. The heavy air mirrors the weight of secrets and betrayals yet to unfold. A deceptive peace blankets the landscape, masking the storm about to break. The field awaits, an innocent stage for a drama of ancient proportions. In a sun-scorched expanse, Cain unleashes a storm of relentless fury upon Abel. Abel collapses under the brutal onslaught, his lifeblood staining the parched ground. The parched ground drinks Abel's essence, a crimson stain blooming across the dust. The once golden field transforms into a canvas marked by Cain's unholy act. The silent field witnesses the shattering of brotherhood, the birth of eternal remorse. The sun beats down on the grim tableau, casting long, unforgiving shadows. The field stretches out, desolate under the vast sky, the wind a mournful whisper across the barren land. The silence amplifies the solitude, a stark testament to the irreversible deed. A lone crow circles overhead, its shadow a dark omen on the vacant ground, accentuating the desolation. The wind howls, a lament echoing through the emptiness, sealing the fate of the forsaken land. In the void, a voice echoes, a question that reverberates through the emptiness. The divine voice booms. "Where is your brother? Where is Abel?" The question hangs, unanswered, in the vast expanse. The disembodied question lingers, unanswered, amplifying the sense of isolation. Silence stretches, broken only by the lingering echo of divine inquiry. The profound question remains suspended, a haunting plea in the infinite void. In the expansive field, Cain stands solitary, his posture screaming defiance. His eyes dart around, betraying unease as he prepares to speak. In a moment of sharp denial, Cain's voice cracks as he asks, "I don't know. Am I my brother's guardian?" His question hangs in the air, unanswered, echoing across the desolate field. From the infinite expanse, the voice of God resonates with power and sorrow, A divine lament cuts through the silence. "What have you done?" The ethereal voice intensifies, filled with divine anguish. "Listen, your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground." Cain wanders alone through the wilderness, a solitary figure against the stark landscape. His face reflects the heavy burden of guilt and despair. The desolate scenery mirrors the desolation in his heart. Each step is a testament to his unending remorse. In the sterile confines of the modern office, a man's inner turmoil intensifies as he sits at the conference table, his knuckles white with suppressed emotion. His face flickers with haunting memories of Cain's story, a profound moment of introspection. He fights back angry words that threaten to spill out, a silent battle waged within. He closes his eyes, seeking solace in the darkness, and takes a deep, steadying breath. Slowly, deliberately, he releases his grip, reclaiming control over his emotions and finding a fragile peace. Sunlight bathes the modern home as Anna stands by the window, her face a canvas of exhaustion and determination. Mark sits on the sofa, head buried in his hands, the weight of recent conflict heavy in the air. Anna walks towards Mark, a deep breath preceding her act of reconciliation. She kneels before him, gently taking his hands, offering solace and understanding. Mark looks up, his eyes filled with remorse, as Anna's soft smile signals forgiveness, and peace returns. On a sun-drenched street, a figure exudes warmth, walking with purpose. A neighbor struggles under the weight of grocery bags, their burden heavy. Without a second thought, the first figure extends a hand, offering to share the load. The weight shifts, a silent exchange of gratitude passing between them. Bathed in soft daylight, their faces reflect the simple beauty of neighborly kindness. Within Cain's mind, memories flicker like shadows. Abel's peaceful face emerges, a stark contrast to the storm brewing within Cain. Cain's angry expression flashes, a mask of rage and resentment. The contrasting images war within him, a battle between love and hate. A montage of Abel's kindness and Cain's envy creates an intense juxtaposition. Cain's inner conflict intensifies, a vortex of torment and regret. In the heart of the unknown, a solitary beam of light pierces through the all-consuming darkness. A voice echoes from the shadows, a narrator speaking of the choices that define us. "Every day, we choose," the narrator continues. "We can choose jealousy, or we can choose joy. We can choose anger, or we can choose peace. We can choose rivalry, or we can choose love." The light remains, a beacon in the void, symbolizing the endless possibilities that lie before us. On the mountaintop, a solitary tree stands in silent vigil against the vast sky. Sunlight bursts through the heavy clouds, a divine spotlight illuminating the lone tree. The radiant light bathes the tree in a golden hue, accentuating its stark silhouette. The clouds part further, intensifying the ethereal glow around the tree. The mountaintop is touched by the divine, the solitary tree, a beacon of resilience. Sunlight pierces through stained glass windows, casting a kaleidoscope of colors across the serene gathering. Faces glow with reverence as some kneel in silent prayer, heads bowed in solemn devotion. Whispers fill the sacred space as others converse quietly, sharing words of comfort and camaraderie. A palpable sense of peace envelops the church, binding all within its walls in a shared feeling of belonging. The stained glass casts vibrant patterns on the floor, a visual symphony of faith and unity. In the heart of the church, every soul finds solace, bathed in the light of hope and shared belief. In the sterile counseling room, a person sits alone, the sunlight a pale intruder through the blinds. Knuckles white, the person grips the chair, a silent scream trapped within. Across from them, the counselor is a fortress of calm, watching, waiting. The silence stretches, thick with unspoken words and heavy with unseen burdens. In this sanctuary of muted light, a battle of wills begins, fought in the quietest of moments. Bathed in sunlight, a field sways gently as a young boy kneels, an open book before him. He points with focused brow, guiding his younger sister through the mysteries of the text. Her eyes, wide pools of trust, look up to him, absorbing every word. In the tranquil field, knowledge blossoms, nurtured by patience and admiration. The sister listens intently, her gaze unwavering, as she absorbs her brother's wisdom. Sunlight warms their faces, sealing a bond strengthened by learning and love. Sunlight paints the hospital room as Anna watches over Mark, who lies pale in his bed. A tender gesture. Anna gently adjusts the blanket around Mark's shoulders, a silent promise of care. Anna draws closer, her eyes reflecting a deep well of affection and concern for Mark. The rhythmic beeping of medical equipment underscores the gravity of the moment, a somber melody in the room. The sun ascends, painting the horizon with vibrant hues of rebirth and renewal. Golden light spills across the landscape, promising a day brimming with untapped potential. A new dawn breaks, whispering of hope and the chance to begin anew. The world awakens, bathed in the gentle warmth of a fresh start. Each ray of sunlight symbolizes the endless possibilities of the day ahead. The narrator's calm voice echoes, filled with empathy, as the story unfolds. Cain's story reminds us that sin crouches at our door, but we don't have to let it win. By God's grace, we can choose better. So, the next time you feel unseen, the next time jealousy knocks, remember and choose life.